Hi. So now let us see another application of this closure, attribute closure, that is equivalence of functional dependencies actually. So as we told that whenever we have a one relation, upon that if different sets of FDs are prepared, so which one is better one to take? First of all, you have to compare them, both of them doing the same job or not. So for that, how to compare them actually, whether both of them is equal or not, for that we are going to have a one procedure. So that is actually two sets of functional dependencies, F and G are there, are said to be equivalent if and only if F closure and G closure must be same. So as we are saying that, for example, there is a relation R. Upon this, if you derive one set of FDs and another person derived another set of FDs, so which one you have to consider? So to consider which one is better, first of all, both must be same actually. So which one is same? How you both of them is doing the same job or not? So to cross check, that is what that cross checking is the equivalence. Okay, so this is nothing but equivalence means that every dependency of F can be determined using G, and every every dependency of G can be determined using F actually. So that is what actually F equal to G if and only if F is going to cover G, G is going to cover F, then that is actually equivalence. So this whole statements, these three statements, we can understand very easily with simple example actually. So let us take here, we are going to test whether these two FDs are same or not on this relation R. Okay, so that is what. So as he told, F covers G. So what is meaning of F covers G? Let us try to observe that. F covers G actually. What does it mean? Let us observe. So F we are covering G actually. So that means G FDs we are covering in F. That means let us take this first FD. A derives BD. From G we are covering in F actually. So that is what A derives BD. So that means LHS part is A, find out its closure. In F you must derive BD actually. Then this attribute you are covering in F actually. So you can see A closure if I find in the, by using F attribute, FDs. So A closure here, A deriving B, A, B, and then A, B deriving D actually. By using F we are getting this one. That is D we are getting. See, whatever it is deriving, other things, we are not bothering. The only thing is, in the RHS part, whatever you have, that you must get in its A closure by using F. So yes, we have BT, so this is fine. So if it is deriving any other, that is also fine. But in this case, I think it is deriving ABT only, so let it. So this attribute, this FD, we are covering in F from G actually. Now let us take another thing also, C derives A. In this case, C closure if you find, C, we must derive A from F actually. So here C deriving AD. So AD, you can observe RHS we covered from F actually. Of course, it will derive other things also. So A derives B, so C derives AD, A derives B, AB derives, okay, so it is deriving all attributes. So this is also fine. So that means F covers G is fine. Same way, let us go for G covers F. Let us check this one, G covers F. What does it mean? FDs you must cover in G actually. So that is what, let us take the first one, AB derives D. That means AB closure you find in G. AB closure if you try to find A, B, we must get D actually. So here you can see A deriving BD, B already there, take D actually. So D we covered by using GFDs. So this is fine. Now let us take the next one, A derives B. So if I find A closer by using GFDs, I must get the B actually, I must determine B. So A closer deriving A, B, D. So we are able to derive B, so this is also fine. And then next what you have, C derives AD. C derives AD. So if you find C closer, what we are getting? So C closer C and C derives A. So already A we covered. Next A derives BD. So BD. So you observe both AD we covered C closer by using GFTs. So that means G is also covering F actually. So since both of them covering both, so you can say G is equal to F. Both of them is same. So actually, why we are going for this one, equivalence? So that is actually inference point. If you observe F and G derived for the same table, derived for the same table. So which is set of FDs we have to consider? Always see these FDs is nothing but set of rules actually. If rules are more, you don't have flexibility actually more. If rules are less, you have a lot of flexibility. So that is why recommended one is always less number of FDs. Less number of FDs set is the more flexible to implement actually. So since here 3 FDs are there, here 2 FDs are there. So this is the better one than this actually. So you can select G because both of them is same, right? Any set of FDs are same. So that is why which you are going to adopt for your implementation this relation. So F or G at that time, because both of them is same, I will go for the less FDs table, FDs set actually. So you are going for the G. With the G, you are going to implement relation R. Okay.